Okay, Chapter 9 homework. Again, I'm going to start from the beginning. I know we attempted went over the first few, but yeah, it's okay. So we have Grady Furniture. They're going to purchase land, paying $80,000 cash and signing a $290,000 note payable. In addition, Grady paid delinquent property tax of $5,000. Title insurance costing $6,000 and $9,000 to level the land and remove a unwanted building. So a lot of information there. Just keep an eye out because again, we already know this is going to deal with cost, acquisition cost, or basically how much overall it costs us to get this item ready for use. The company then constructed an office building at a cost of $600,000. They also paid $51,000 for a fence around the property, $14,000 for a sign near the entrance, and $8,000 for special lighting. Alright. So first off, we're going to do is determine the cost of the land improvements, and buildings. They want the cost of the land. So what we're going to do is look at how much he purchased the land. So here it gives us cash and note payable. So of course that's part of the purchase price. Go ahead and clear this out. So we paid $80,000 in cash plus $290,000. And for a note, okay? So basically we paid $370,000 to get it, but what do we have to pay to get it ready? Well, property tax is included. It's delinquent. You have to pay it to get your title. We also have to pay for the title. And then leveling of the land and removing of an unwanted building. So overall, to get the land ready for use, we paid about $390,000. Always check, make sure so you can go to the next part, which now is the cost of land improvements. Okay? So, land improvements are anything that's going to be depreciable to help in basically, again, getting the land up and ready. Now, it's not part of the purchase of the land. To start building a building or anything like that, it's like extra stuff. It's stuff that we can basically insert into the ground. That's how we look at it. So remember, trees, parking lots, lighting, fences, even the sign pretty much count. So we paid $51,000 for the fence, $14,000 for the sign, and I accidentally hit another thing, so I have to redo this. 15 plus 8,000. So overall for improvements, it's about 73,000. Question number one is actually really easy. Cost of building, the only cost we did was the construction. Okay. And then it gives you the good question of which of these assets will Grady depreciate? Well, the only one that never depreciates is land, because it's forever. So that's really all it is. Quick little multiple choice thing. The only building and land improvement will depreciate. Okay, next question. So we have Eastwood properties. They bought 3 lots in a subdivision for a lump sum price. An independent appraiser valued these lots as follows. So, first off, you need our little thing to show us how much the lots were. So you have to click on the table and the values. Now, Eastwood paid $380,000 in cash. So basically, he bundled them up and got them at cheaper prices. So we need to record the purchase in the journal entry to identify each lot's cost in a separate land account. Anywhere around 2 decimal places. Okay. So let's go ahead and get the journal entry. Since these are new assets, each lot will have its own account. And of course, it said we paid in cash. Cash is always a credit, and we know this amount. And that's the only amount that we know of. And of course, the explanation to record purchase of lots with cash. But now it's time to figure out how much of this $380,000 goes to each lot. In order to figure that out, we need to figure out the percentage of the total appraised each one takes. To do that, first thing we have to do is add them all up. So all pieces of land. So this is $440,000. Basically, you got a deal for bundling in pretty much $60K off. Almost the price of the land 3. Oh, 3, yeah. Next, we take each lot, so we take their lot value, and we're going to divide it by the total. This gives us the percentage, allocation percentage. So, like 264, 123, divide by 440, shows lot 1 was 16%. Okay? Lot 2 was 25%, and lot 3 is 15. Okay? So, each of these percentages you take, so starting off with lot 1, which was 60%, and multiply it by the cash that was paid out. Okay? So this immediately tells me, out of 380, 228,000 goes to lot 1. Okay? Next, I will do lot 2, which was 0.25, so a quarter, times 380,000. Lot 2 was 95,000. Okay? And the last lot was only 15%, times by 380 equals to 57,000. Okay. So, there's our allocations. There's our journal entry. And that's basically it for this problem. Again, we'll check our answer. Make sure you get the fantastic or whatever good job. They're still positive. And then we'll complete that question number 2. Sorry. Question 3. Question 3 is going to be a little tough one. I remember this one. This is where we stopped in Chapter 9 lecture. Because and I wasn't feeling all too swift, but we're going to go again. Hopefully, don't get caught up again on it. Again, remember, if you do get any questions, make sure you ask them in the chat. I can go back to any problem as we go forward. So, straight line method and second year. We'll have to watch out for that. But we have on January 1st, 2018, Austin Airlines purchased a used airplane at a cost of $79 million. Sometimes I don't like it when they do big numbers. It's easier to get confused. But Austin Airlines expects the plane to remain useful for 8 years, or 6 million miles, and to have a residual value of $7 million. Austin Airlines expects the plane to be flown 1,300,000 miles in the first year, and 1,100,000 miles in the second year. Okay, lots of information. And just be safe, double check to make sure your mics are muted, okay? Because I'm starting to hear some feedback of me repeating myself. So, first thing that we have to do is, of course, the formula for a straight line. Straight line is always your point minus your residual value divided by a useful life. Okay? Basically the formula. Not bad formula, easiest formula to remember. So all we have to do now is insert our numbers, which of course it won't let me highlight. So cost of the airplane, $79 million. We'll actually put commas since they're still big numbers. And residual value is $7 million. Okay. And useful life is 8 years. Calculator, 79 minus 7 million. That gives us our depreciable cost. Again, depreciable cost is a nice one. Divided by good old 8. A good 9 million. So again, straight line doesn't matter if it's the first year or second year. Right now, since we bought it in January 1st of 2018. So we started out at the original beginning of the year. So it's always full year. But since it's second year anyway, it's a full year. Straight line is the easy one. I think the most problem that I was having, I think if I remember right, was back when we were dealing with double declining, of how they did the formula. Let's see if I can remember it. Do that again. We'll find out. If I do. Again, if I make a mistake, it's a little bit easier so y'all don't catch it. Okay? So, units of production. Remember, units of production looks very familiar with the formula to straight line. First thing we're doing is finding the rate. So, we want to know, again, cost minus residual value, and it's divided by useful life in units. Okay? So, cost is again 79 million. Minus 7 million. And it's going to be divided by 6 million units. And we get the calculator going. Since I already have done it with the first one, I know that the depreciable cost, or cost minus residual value, is 72 million. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in. I'm going to divide that now by 6 million for the miles. So basically, that's $12 per mile. Hey, there's units of output. Now we have the second year. So to figure out the second year, take depreciation per unit and multiply it by that current year's usage. So is that anything else? Nope. So 12 times second year, remember second year, and that was 1,100,000. Calculator, I'm going to calculate over here now. 12 times 1,100,000. So that would say 13,200,000. I put commas again so I get all the zeros. Oh. Check. We're good. There we go. Heck, good old double declining. Okay. So, with double declining, formula for it would be net book value. The 1,100,000 came from up here, from your original problem. Okay? That information was given to us for the second year. How many miles the airplane used. Okay? Your number may be a little bit different if you're looking at your problem. But that one was a number that was given to us. So, since this is the second year, that one would have been multiplied by the depreciation unit rate if you're looking at the units of output. But, so it's always multiplied by that output for that current year. You wouldn't, probably not double it. Here, if you're looking at double declining, which is the one that I'm working on right now, this one would be 2 times the useful life. Make sure I got that formula in. Now, asking for something else here. That is cost. There we go. So, in the formula for double declining, you're going to want cost minus accumulated depreciation times 2 times 1 divided by useful life. Okay? So that one, they actually give you the formula, 2 times 1 divided by 8, because again, useful life is 8. Cost, so cost of the plane, which is 79,000. And then we have to figure out accumulated depreciation. So again, we got to figure out second year. We got to figure out first year first, it seems like. Because if it's like minus accumulated depreciation, this is already depreciated for 1 year. So, fun stuff going on here. So, remember, we have to take 1 divided by 8, and times that by 2, and just double declining, so it's basically 0.25. So, 79 million times 0.25 will come out to 19,750,000 in the first year. 19,750,000. Okay? So again, we're going to do the same thing. Take 79 million minus 19,750 times, oh wait, don't times it yet. Or put that in parentheses. Oh wait, no. That's a little bit off. Change that. Clear. Do the parentheses first. Minus 19,750. So that leaves us with 59,250. And then multiply it by our double declining rate, which was a quarter for me. Comes up to 14,812,500. Strange number, but this is, of course, again, second year. Have to watch out for that second year. So again, caught my mistake from before. I was so woozy I couldn't really think straight. So got the double declining a little bit better. So now I want you to basically compare the straight line. Remember, straight line doesn't change. So it's 9 million each year. Units of production, we figured out year 2, but we haven't figured out year 1. So we need to figure out this. So, for units of production, to figure out year 1, take how much per unit, 12, and then multiply it by how many miles in the problem that said it ran in year 1, which was 1,300,000. Again, big numbers. I'd rather them keep it small, a little bit easier to follow. It ends up being 15,600,000 in the first year. Double declining, we've already figured out both year 1 and year 2. Year 1 was 9,750,000. Year 2, 14,812,500. Okay? Next, all we want you to do is figure out how much depreciation actually happened for these 2 years. So the first one's a little bit easy. That's only 18 million. Here, we have 15,600,000 plus 13,200,000. Makes 28,800,000. Okay. And then lastly, we have the double declining of 19,750,000 plus 14,812,500 comes out to 34,562,500. Should I put that number in correctly? 500. Cool. Check. Everything's good. Okay. So this one's a little bit tougher. as you gotta know the formulas and put them in. The accumulated depreciation one, a little bit off, but once you get in, filling in the numbers is a little bit easier, except for accumulated depreciation. That one you have to figure out the first year. So if anything, I would probably do a table like we have on the notes to do basically double declining for the first two, and then just insert the notes, insert numbers as you go. Alright. And then the next one actually gives tables. I love tables. But this also has 4 parts, so see how far this goes. Alright. So, Mama's Fried Chicken. Nice. I actually think that's a restaurant I've been to. But, they bought equipment on January 2nd, 2018 for $15,000. The equipment was expected to remain in service for 4 years and to operate for 4,000 hours. So, again, your numbers may be different, but the process is still the same. At the end of the equipment useful life, Mama's estimated that its residual value will be $3,000. The equipment operating for 400 hours the first year, 1,200 second year, 1,600 third year, and 800 for the fourth year. Whoa, looks like we're going to do all 3 methods again. Table form. Do this. Okay. So, first one that we're going to have to do, looks like, is straight line. And immediately want you to go asset cost, which of course was $15,000. So book value is $15,000. Since these are smaller numbers, I don't have to use the commas. More easy. Depreciable cost though. Remember, depreciable cost is the cost of the equipment minus residual value. So for me, cost minus the $3,000 residual, for me, my depreciable cost is $12,000. And guess what? It follows through since this is straight line. If I find out the first year, it is the same all the way down. Useful life is 4 years. That's the number that I gave here. And life is a term. I like how they try to mess with you a little bit and add all the other formulas. We have 12,000 depreciable divided by 4 years. Shows us our depreciation expense every year is $3,000. I think straight line is usually the easiest one to fill out the table. To be honest. Okay. So, with accumulated depreciation, if you know your depreciation expense, all you're doing is basically adding your depreciation expense to the prior blank, since this is blank, our prior year accumulated depreciation. Since this is the first year, that'll be 3,000. Okay. Next year, add 3,000 to 3,000, 6,000, 9,000, and then 12,000. Usually your last year will always match your depreciable cost on the straight line. And that usually means this also. Your book value should match your residual value. of $3,000 for me, whatever number it is. So from here, you can do it this way. You can take the book value, subtract cumulative depreciation if you want to, but you gotta do that to the cost. It's a little bit different. Or you can do 15,000 minus $3,000, which comes out to 12,000. Then 12,000 minus 3, and then 9,000. So I take your book value prior years and just subtract depreciation expense. It's not too bad. It's just, it takes a little work to go through these tables. Okay? Now let's get to this. So step by step, this is units of output, means production. Again, it wants you to do the formula for the rate. And remember, it's useful life in units. So this course, this homework does repeat itself quite a bit due to just the limit of what we have. 15,000 minus 3,000 divided by 4,000 hours. Remember, it's done by hours. 12,000 basically divided by 4,000 gives us $3 per unit. Alright. Now we can use the table. First off, we already know 3 from above, what we're going to multiply each year. We know the asset cost, 15,000. Now we need to place in the depreciation units every year, which again we get from our problem. So first year, it operated at 400. Second year, 1,200. Third year, 1,600. And last year was 800. Okay. So calculator, 400 times 3, 1,200. So let's start with 1,200. Again, I already know at the end, I'm just going in the chart, like for exam. Bottom 2 should have been, again, your depreciable cost, which is 12,000, and book value is going to be $3,000, your salary value. I already know this. Just how did I get there? So here, 1,500, or 15,000 minus 1,200. Our book value is currently 13,800. Okay, year 2. 1,200 times 3 equals to 3,600. I'm going to take that, add our cumulative depreciation, 1,200 from prior, 4,800. Book value, take the prior year minus the current depreciation expense, 10,200. Again, 1,500 times 3, 4,800, 4,800 plus 4,800, 9,600. 10,200 minus 9,600. Oops, wrong one. My bad. Did that wrong. 1,200 minus 6,800. 5,400. Okay. And last but not least, 800 times 3, 2,400. Okay. Oh, I flipped them. I flipped them. My bad. That's what I did. I flipped them. That's why they're not correct. Everything else is correct. That was just my bad. I didn't read it properly. I was thinking like the chart in the notes, and they flipped it in the homework. Yay for them. Go. All these should be 3. And this is why we have multiple tests. Because if it's just something like that, simple mistake, and it's easy to fix, and there we go. Okay. Double declining. Ooh. And they're showing that, when I'm seeing this, is that probably in year 3 is when it's all done. So let's see what happens. So asset cost is 15,000. 15,000. So book value at the end of the first year. There is no depreciation accounted for. So book value always in the first year is going to be the same. It's going to be the same as cost. Times our rate, which again is 2 times 1 divided by useful life. So 1 divided by 4 times 2, basically it's half. Wow. So 15,000 times 0.5 means their depreciation is 7,500 accumulated. And since this is already basically half anyway, you know to subtract. I won't change much. That's our book value. Year 2. Start with your previous book value, times it by our rate. That's 3,750 in depreciation we recognize. Add that to 7,500. So we have 11,250. Okay. Here, 7,500 minus 3,750. You get our book value is 3,750. I don't know why I didn't recognize that. Okay. Here, this is the problem. Now this is our book value. Remember, with double declining, you cannot go below salvage value. So even though we haven't made all 4 years, if I try to half this, that's going to cause me to go below our salvage value. So in this year, when it gets that close, we only take depreciation to salvage value. So since my salvage value is 3,000, you would do this. Take the book value and minus the salvation value, which is 750. Okay, so again, I'm at 12,000, and this should now be at 3,000. Now, for this, should show 0 for year 4, and you should repeat what you have. Because nothing really changed. Let's see. If the homework wants that. Yeah. That's what the homework wants. And then required 2. Which method tracks the wear and tear on the equipment most closely? This one's an interesting question. But it would be pretty much units of production, since that's actually looking at the units. And there we go. Okay, that's question 4. Gone through. Woo! These are long questions. Okay. Let's see. Question 5. On June 15th, 2017, Discount Furniture discarded equipment that had a cost of $29,000, a residual value of 0. Okay, so it was fully depreciated, and 0 residual value, which generalized the disposal of the equipment. Okay, so since it was fully depreciated, this makes life a lot easier for us. First thing we're going to do is debit accumulated depreciation. And since it's fully depreciated with no salvage, it is the exact amount of your cost. Okay? And then we're going to credit equipment. For $29,000, basically removing it from the books. And that's it. Hey, after some long problems, this one is pretty much over and done with like that. That's fine. Just a journal entry. Nothing more, nothing less. So, now I'm expecting probably getting a longer problem with gain and loss. Yep, we're getting something. Alright, so we got CD Warehouse. We have purchased equipment on January 1st, 2018 for $21,074. Suppose CD Warehouse sold the equipment for $15,000. So they got some cash back. Accumulated depreciation as of December 31st, 2020 was $14,049. Okay, so they give us depreciation and the cost of what we sold exactly on that date. So for this one, we're not calculating depreciation up to 2020. Okay, so they gave us that. That's cool. Journalize the sale of the equipment, assuming the straight line depreciation was used. Right. First off, market value of assets received. Well, you see, $15,000 in cash. Okay, what was your cost? So now we'll figure out book value. $21,074 less our accumulated depreciation, which was given us at the time of sale. Okay, so calculator 21,074 minus 14,049. About 7,025 in the book. So we got a gain. We made money. Minus 7,025. So we have a gain on the sale of 7,975. Hey. So, next is to record the journal entry. Now, having this table already gives you all the numbers you need to use. Just have to remember the accounts. Now, Explanation is definitely sold equipment for cash, eliminate cash. Cash is our debit. And we know in a time of sale, we debit accumulated depreciation. So 15,000, 14,049. Then we're going to credit equipment of 21,074 and credit the gain on disposal 7,975. Again, that gain is done right here. And you want to make sure you're in balance. Okay? So if you want to, before you hit check my work, you can add both sides. Make sure you're in balance. That's it. Question 6 is now in the books. Okay? Who wants to bet that the next one's going to be about a loss? I feel like a loss is coming. Let's see. Nope, I was wrong. It is partial year. Wow. I thought it would at least do a loss after a game to give you both back to back. But nope. We're going to do it wonderful landscaping. Or landscapes. And they discarded equipment that had a cost of $28,500. Okay? Cumulative depreciation as of December 31st, 2017 was $27,000. Okay. Assume annual depreciation on equipment is $1,500,000. Not 1 million. Where did I get a mil from? Oh, anything in Spanish. Mil. 1,500. Generalize the partial year depreciation expense and disposal of the equipment. We're going to dispose it. Okay. So it's June 30th. So first off, since mine is June 30th, how many months did we have this equipment in 2018? Good. 6 months there. Remember, January, February, March, April, May, and then June. Because remember, when we sell, we start from January. So, we have 6 months here. We gotta basically figure out depreciation. Now, this problem gives us annual. So it's some number here again. Since I can't highlight, I already know this is a randomized item. So, for me, I'm going to have to take that 1,500 as annual depreciation and multiply it by 6 divided by 12. And how many months we've had it. So this tells me my depreciation is $750 in the year of sale on June 30th. And remember, when we record depreciation, that actual depreciation for the year or month, whatever, it's always a debit to depreciation expense, and then a credit to accumulated depreciation. And explanation to record depreciation on equipment. Check. We're good. Now it's going to give you what we had in last problem. So who knows, we may have a loss. Let's find out. Market value of what we received. See, we received how much? Oh, we're only disposing of equipment. We didn't see no cash. No cash. Oh. Market value of asset received was 0. if there is no cash involved. Okay, cost was $28,500. Here, cumulative depreciation. Be careful of this. Cumulative depreciation as of December 31st, 2017 was $27,000. We're calculating, we did the disposal in 2018. So you have to take the prior total, $27,000, I'll always give you that, and add the one that you just did, $750 for me, basically in required one. That is your accumulated depreciation at any time of disposal. $27,750. So we had something that was $28,500 minus $27,750. We still had $750 left. Now, with this, we had no market value, we didn't receive anything, and we basically removed this, which is basically a negative to anything of market value. So, and remember, it says put loss in parentheses. We actually do have a loss this time. So, I was kind of halfway when I was guessing of what it was going to be. Check. We're good. So now it's time to do the journal entry. Since there is no cash, you don't have to worry about debiting cash. There's nothing there. So it's only accumulated depreciation equipment. Now, a loss is always a debit. And since they want debits first, you have to put loss after accumulated depreciation. And then we're going to credit equipment. And discard equipment with a book value. What we did. And we fill in the blanks. Okay. Check. We are done. Oops. I went a little faster. I think it's still there. And there's the journal entry. Sorry about that. Alright. I gotta get through the rest. Okay. Question 8. Oh! I don't like that it has these types of problems, so I'm gonna go through these. Oh, I don't like that it has depletion. See, this is parents. And goodwill. Asset turnover. Let's see, that's 8, 9, and 10. I wonder if it will let me. I want to see something real quick. So, the Hill assignment. I can edit. Next. No, it's not gonna let me. Should have knew it would, since it's part of Pearson. Okay, I'm gonna go through these. I just was hoping I could change it and remove those questions, but it won't let me. What that is. That's no. Oh no, did the window go away because yeah, went away. Okay, let's go back to what we're doing. I really, that's a little bit too much for y'all's depletion and stuff, but we'll go ahead and do them. Alright, so that was that one, and 4. Okay, we'll go ahead and go through this, but I will already tell you I'm not going to put one of these on the on exam, okay? And they're not one of your practice problems. I think I've tried to stay away from these also for your multiple choice. This is only going for the homework, is depletion. Alright. So, we are that in intangibles. Intangibles, you'll probably get a few multiple choice, because again, it's better to know intangibles than depletion. Because to me, this feels more like an intermediate subject. But anyway, Loon Mountain Mining paid $407,100 for the right to extract mineral assets from a $250,000 ton deposit. In addition to the purchase price, Loon also paid a $1,100 filing fee, a $1,800 license fee to the state of Nevada, and $90,000 for geological survey of the property. Because Loon purchased the rights to minerals only and did not purchase the land, it expects the asset to have a zero residual value. Okay? During the first year, Loon removed and sold 40,000 tons of minerals. Make journal entry to record purchase of the minerals, which is a debit to minerals, payment of fees and other costs, and C, depletion of for the first year. Okay. This also is going to take me a little bit, because again, it's been forever since I've seen this. So, first off that we have, it does tell us minerals on it. Now, he paid $407,000. So, $407,100, pretty much going cash. And to record purchase of mineral rights. Okay. So there's his journal entry to purchase mineral rights. Next is the journal entry to record payment of cost. So this should be also a debit to minerals. And cash. So again, he's paying cash. I don't know why they didn't put that together, but they didn't. So 1,100 plus 100, 90, so about 92,900. See, there we go. At least this one's not too tough. Not too overly tough. And then we gotta record the depletion. So we have to figure out how much per ton. Okay. So This is fun. Because first off, we have to add in all the costs. So everything in the notes. So this happens to be 500K. Depletion acts like units of output. So it needs to know the cost minus residual value. Since there's 0, we don't have to worry about subtracting. So we can go divide by how many tons we think the deposit is, which happens to be 250,000. So basically, for every mineral or every ton we pull out, it's going to depreciate or depletion the mine by $2. So we removed 40,000 in the first year times 2. Our account's going to be 80,000. Now, remember, not depreciation, since this is depletion. We take depletions. So depletion expense, 80,000, and accumulated depletion. Okay. And to record depletion. Check. There we go. That wasn't as hard as I was thinking it was going to be, but again, we didn't really go over it in the notes. So you do this one, the book is going to help you out more. I just feel like this one's more of an intermediate subject than one that we go over in 2301, since we will have other courses to do this one. But there we go. We got it done. We got that out of the way. Next, we have on September 1st, 2018, Twist Company purchased a patent for $129,600. Although the patent gives legal protection for 20 years, the patent is expected to be used for only 6 years. So when it comes to accumulated depreciation, not accumulated, to intangible assets, these are going to be amortized. It's going to be kind of like straight line. And we always use the less of the legal or life. Okay, so since it's only 6 years, less than 20, we're going to be using 6 years. So, first thing is the purchase of the patent. We're going to debit patent and credit cash. So, 129,600, 129,600. And then, of course, record the purchase of the patent. Next, again, now we actually get the formula. We should kind of do that with depletion, but okay. This is our cost. Minus residual value should be divided by useful life. And this is a tricker. This should be divided by number of months. Because I also didn't see it was bought on September 1st. So we have a partial year going on too. Woo! So, cost. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and check that formula, make sure I got everything in there. Yeah. Cost again, 129,600 minus a residual value, which is purchase. Useful life, again, is the lesser, so 6 years. Number of months, starting with September. You have for September, October, November, December, so 4 months. So now, all we have to do is do our math. times, or not times, divided by 6. And so the annual amortization is $21,600. Then multiply it by 4 divided by 12. So our straight line amortization in the first year is $7,200. Cool. And now we get to generalize it. Yay! But we're generalizing the amortization expense. So we debit amortization expense pattern of $7,200. And then you credit the actual intangible asset, which is the patent. Okay. And of course, amortization. That's really it for that question. Then I know I'm going through time, so let's go ahead and head to the next question. Alright, so next we're going to compute cost of goodwill. Okay? Goodwill is a fun one. This is basically how much over the purchase price of the total assets that we did is our purchase price. I mean, that's goodwill. How much did we overpay? I can't put it. But at least it gives us the list, and all we have to do is plug in the numbers. Let's go ahead and plug them. Purchase price to acquire Kettle. Okay? Our purchase price was $12 million. And big numbers. Okay? Market value of Kettle's assets. There's the market value. Okay? Less market value of Kettle's liabilities. Okay? Market value is $16 million. Okay? So in total, like $2 million. Okay? So $2 million right there. Then subtract out, we paid extra $10 million for it. Okay? Next is record the purchase of Kettle by Pen Inc. Okay? So we're going to have assets, liabilities, that's a credit. So I need to put goodwill. Remember, debits before credits, liabilities, and cash. Okay? Alright. So, then my assets, since basically I gained the assets on this, was $18 million. If we go by market value, goodwill was $2 million. Liabilities, $16 million. And then I have $12 million. I feel like something's off. It's been a while since I've done a journal entry for goodwill. Something goes off here. Does that? It doesn't feel like it adds up completely. Yeah, because for some reason I'm doing 2 million. Why am I doing 2 million? That should have been 10. There you go, me not reading correctly. I took 2. Yeah, so 10 million. Not bad. Journal entry really isn't too tough. I don't know why brain decided not to want to work. But yeah, 10 million. But you notice how I can already sense that I had something going on. Alright, last one is, of course, asset turnover ratio, which, I'll be honest, my brain just has not worked, so I don't remember the formula for asset turnover ratio. So let's go check our notes. So pop that one, and we'll go all the way to the bottom, and net sales divided by average total assets. There we go. It's always good to have the notes with you. Net sales divided by average total assets. Here, you have to click here. Net sales was 470,000. And then average total assets. Ooh, that'd be mean. It makes me add. You didn't give it to us. That's not cool. So, this is going to be the easy part. Take all these numbers, add them together. Show all those are assets. Yeah, they're all assets. Plus 15, 7, 2, 10,000, and 15. Boom. And divide by 2. Essentially, it's 2 years. Instead of adding each one up and then adding both of those years up, just add everything and divide by 2. Makes it a little bit easier. Okay? So, 470 divided by 266, 500. We get 1.76. That is our turnover ratio. Check. Okay. And that's it for chapter 9. All the homework and all the pain. But that one's done. So I want to stop the recording for this one. So next, this is chapter 9 homework video.